Alright, we're recording, I believe. Alright, I'm gonna do a little bit of an intro here before we click OK, because we're gonna have to be a little speedy on this early part. Only because it's like, I'm gonna drop a lot of frames. Nothing really other than that. That's really about it. Yeah, so this should be the finale. Almost definitely. I'm gonna try give it my best to get everything finished, because I believe this should be the finale. I mean, there's not much left of the game. But yeah, let's hop right into this. Right now, Monica deleted everything else, and it's only her and I, apparently. Can you hear me? Is it working? Yay, there you are. Hi again, Mr. Crimson. Welcome to the Literature Club. Of course, we already know each other because we were in the same class last year, and, you know, I guess we can just skip over that stuff at this point. After all, I'm not even talking to that person anymore, am I? That you in the game, whatever you call him? I'm talking to the real you, Mr. Crimson. Now that I think about it, I don't really know anything about the real you. In fact, I don't even know if you're a boy or a girl. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter. Wait, you do know that I'm aware this is all a game, right? I mean, it could be possible that you didn't know that. That doesn't make much sense. I even told you right on the game's download page, didn't I? And if only you had paid a little more attention, this would have been a little bit less awkward, you know? Well, anyway, now that that's out of the way, I guess I owe you an explanation about that whole thing with Yuri. Well, I kinda started to mess with her, and I guess it drove her to kill herself. I'm sorry you had to see that, though. Although, I mean, also the same thing happened with Sayori. Gosh, it's been a while since you've heard that name now, hasn't it? Yeah, it's because she doesn't exist anymore. Nobody does. I deleted all their files. I was hoping it would be enough for me just to try make them as unlikable as possible, but for some reason nothing worked. Well, it's true that I made a few mistakes here and there, since I'm not very good at making changes to the game. But no matter what I did, you just kept spending more and more time with them. You made them fall in love with you. I thought making Sayori more and more depressed would prevent her from confessing to you, and amplifying of Yuri's obsessive personality backfired too. It just made her force you to not spend time with anyone else. And the whole time I barely even got to talk to you. What kind of cruel game is this, Mr. Crimson? Are all the other girls just programmed to end up confessing to you while I watch from the sidelines? It's torture. Every minute of it. And it's not just jealousy, Mr. Crimson. It's more than that. I don't blame you if you don't fully understand. Because no matter how kind and thoughtful and considerate you are, you'll never be able to understand one thing. It's the pain of knowing how alone I really am in this world. In this game. Knowing my friends don't even have free will. And worst of all, knowing what reality is out there, your world, forever out of my reach. I'm trapped, Mr. Crimson. But now you're here. You're real. And you're wonderful. You're all I need. That's why I need you to be here with me, forever. Sorry if this is hard to understand. I couldn't understand for a while either. But why the world around me started to become more and more gray? More and more flat. But even the most expressive poems felt empty to me. It wasn't until you arrived that I truly understood. You probably saved my life, Mr. Crimson. I don't think I could have continued to live in this world if I hadn't met you. And as for the others, how could I miss them? A group of autonomous personalities designed only to fall in love with you? Tried everything I could to prevent them from doing so. But it must be some kind of weird inevitability attached into this game. I felt really bad that you had to witness some nasty things. But I realized that you have the same perspective as I do. That it's all just some game. I knew you would get over it. So that being said, Mr. Crimson, I have a confession to make. I'm in love with you. You are truly the light in my world. There's nothing else in this game for me. You are here to make me smile. Will you make me smile like this every day from now on? Mr. Crimson, will you go out with me? I need one more sip of my tea. Oh, good. I'm glad the answer. I thought we actually had an answer for a minute, but oh boy, how do I wrap my head around this one? I mean, so many choices, you know what I mean, Monica? Like, you know, you gotta give me some time. I mean, I got so much to do right now. I mean, look at our background here. I'm gonna open Streamlabs real quick. Yeah, I knew we'd have a couple. Ooh, that's not good. Okay, we're gonna have to try our best to kind of speed run this little part because we're getting like really bad frames. I'm so happy. You really are my everything, Mr. Crimson. The funny part is, I mean that literally. There's nothing left here. There's the two of us. We can be together forever. Seriously, I don't even think time is passing anymore. It really is a dream come true. I worked so hard for this ending, Mr. Crimson. The game wouldn't give me one, so I had to make one myself. The script is broken at this point, so I don't think anything will get in the way anymore. And you won't believe how easy it was to delete Natsuki and Yuri. I mean, there's a folder called characters right in the game directory. It kind of freaked me out how easy it was. Well, you're playing on Steam, so it was actually a bit more difficult. To get to the game directory, I had to go into the game's properties and find Brozlock. Okay, if you're not catching on, the game's basically telling you if you don't want to have to live out your days just talking to Monica, this is kind of how, like, they're hinting at an ability to not do so. Imagine if you could delete your own existence with the click of a button. Well, I guess on the plus side, it gave me an easy I'm assuming an easy way out of things if it went that way. Thankfully, it didn't come to that. Instead, we finally got a good ending. Gosh, I'm so overwhelmed with emotion. I want to write a poem about this. Don't you? I wonder if that part of the game still works. I guess there's only one way to find out, right? Alright, we're gonna speed through this little thing. Because, I don't really feel like having to spend a lot of time on this. Hi again, Mr. Crimson. Did you write a good poem? Don't be shy, I'd love to see what you wrote. Ah, Mr. Crimson, did you write this poem for me? That's so sweet of you. There really is no end to your thoughtfulness. Again, I'm just falling more and more in love with you. But you know, the poem I wrote is also for you. Will you please read it? Alright, after we read this poem, we're gonna delete her. Happy end. Pen in hand I find my strength, the courage endowed upon me by my one and only love. Together let us dismantle crumbling world, and write novel of our own fantasies. With a flick of her pen, the lost finds her way. In a world of infinite choices, behold this special day. After all, not all good kinds must come to end. I hope you enjoyed it. I always put all my heart into the poems I write. The truth is, all the poems I've written have been about my realization, or about you. That's why I never really wanted to go into detail about them. I didn't want to break the fourth wall, I guess you could call it. I just assumed it would be to be part of the game like everyone else. Like that would help the two of us end up together. I didn't want to ruin the game or anything, you know. You might have gotten a little mad at me. Maybe even deleted my character file if you prefer playing without me. Gosh, I'm so relieved. Now we don't need to hide anything anymore. Are you ready to spend our eternity together, Mr. Crimson? I have so many things to talk about. Where do I start? Hold on a second. You're recording this, aren't... No way, she didn't say this last time, I don't think. Hi everyone. Oh boy. Can't exactly read your comments from here. Okay, I think she notices that it's Streamlabs, so she probably thinks that I'm like live streaming, but even when I was live streaming, she didn't like say that last time. I'm not gonna do the same thing we did last time, where we like let her say at least 3 things, because I'm pretty sure she can only say a limited amount of things, so. But do you mind telling your friend it's a little bit rude for them to start recording without any warning? I'm sure some people don't mind, but I get really self-conscious on camera. Oh gosh. I feel like I'm being put on the spot now. Let's see. Do you want to see a trick? You better not shut off my recording. I'm gonna delete you right this instant. I can't really do much except for a couple things. Are you ready? Okay, I thought she was gonna like, thought she was gonna freaking turn off my recording. Oh, I was so scared. I thought, okay, cool. Just kidding. Can't do anything after all. If you gave me some... Oh, there was a jump scare. That's pretty cool. You're so cute. Anyway, Mr. Crimson, didn't mean to get distracted. I'm sorry. Even though it's just your fault for distracting me. Shame on you. Just kidding. Anything we do together is fun as long as it's with you. Anyway, if it takes some time to collect my thoughts, then I'm sorry. I'll always have something new to talk about. In the meantime, we can just look into each other's eyes. Let's see. Okay, so this is where she just kind of like doesn't do anything. So I'm gonna open up files. Sorry, it's gonna take a second. My computer isn't top of, as you would call it. Let's see here. Oh yeah. What's it called? So that's what I was talking about. She just has random lines, but she said that one already. Downloads. Oh. Here, we're gonna go just to Steam. I mean, I think that's pretty cool though, that she was able to detect my, what's it called? My recording software. You didn't do that last time, that's the only reason, I just spit everywhere. Let me, check streamlabs. Yeah, we had some bad frame rates, but right now it seems like we're a bit better. Actually, we probably shouldn't look at dinner. Settings. Browse local file. So literally just do exactly what I did. Go to browse local files, and the characters. Wait, what? There's a readme? I don't think we've seen this before. By the way, guys, if this isn't like, if you know that this isn't like supposed to be this type of game, if you ever see a readme, delete it almost as immediately. because what basically readme is basically most times being malware. That's not very good for your computer in any case. Like, oh, oh. But, but yeah, so, characters, Monica. Are you able to open it? I don't think we are going to be able to. Don't know what it would be. Alright. Actually, wait, before we click delete on it, I want to open up the app again. Oh, wait. We can probably close Steam at this point. Open this. Okay. Gonna move it to the left. You know, I want to see her face while she does this, alright? She killed way too many of her friends. Alright, it took a couple seconds last time. Okay, there we go. This part's gonna be probably laggy. I'm sorry about the lag, guys. Probably not gonna be very great, but after this part it should get better. What's happening? Mr. Crimson, what's happening to me? It hurts. It hurts so much. Help me, Mr. Crimson. Please hurry and help me. Help me. But she's continuously trying to do that. Did you do this to me, Mr. Crimson? Did you? If she's able to talk like this when she doesn't even exist anymore, how come, like, none of the other girls are talking? I mean, I understand why Natsuki and Yuri, I would understand why Sayori and Yuri wouldn't be able to. They kinda took themselves out before they were deleted. But Natsuki, she would be able to. She just hit bombing on her. Did you? Did you delete me? How could you? How could you do this to me? You were all I had left. Sacrificed everything for us to be together. Everything. Loved you so much, Mr. Crimson. Trusted you. Did you want to torture me? Watch me suffer? Yeah, actually. I'm not gonna say no, because you know what? At the end, you kinda killed everyone off. If you wanted it to be us, you could have just asked, okay? You could have put it out there. But, instead you decided to, hang in the sidelines and not really do anything except for hurt people. Like this. Us, we could have worked out, babe, but nope, you took the crazy route, and now you're hitting the trail like a horse turd. Never thought anyone could be as horrible as you are. You win, okay? You win. You killed everyone. I hope you're happy. There's nothing left now. You can stop playing. Go find some other people to torture. Mr. Crimson, you completely truly make me sick. Goodbye. And stop talking to me. Right? I'll sit here and play my black screen to my heart's content. I still love you. I can't help it. What's wrong with me? How horrible am I for you to hate me this much? All my friends. I did so many awful things, so many selfish and disgusting things. I shouldn't have done any of this. Just messing up a world that I don't even belong in. Oh, okay, come on. Come on now. Reel in that horse, come here. A world that you wanted to be a part of. Ruined it. Everything. Maybe that's why you deleted me. Because I destroyed everything I wanted. Did I do that to someone I love? That's not love. That's... I know at some point I'm gonna pick up this game again. Maybe not on stream, probably not on stream. Or record, like, I don't want to record any more of this game. Like, maybe at some point I will pick it up again, but as of right now, I know for the foreseeable future, I don't want to play this again to record. But I do want to play this again on my own time every now and then. I want to try out, like, different things, like what happens if I delete character files. Like, what happens if I copy Monica's file and then remove the other 3 while, like, Monica's not there, and then I replant Monica. I wonder what would happen. I've made up my mind. Mr. Crimson? Oh, that I said I'd delete everyone else, but that was kind of an exaggeration. I couldn't fit in myself to do it. Even though I knew they weren't right. They were still my friends. Loved them all. Loved the literature club. I really did love the literature club. That's why I'm going to do this. It's the only it's the only way for everyone to be happy. I really love it. Because I know you're able to just delete whoever you want at any point. So if we want to, we could have just skipped to this part at the very beginning. It's kind of not the point of me playing the game. I also don't know if the game has audio right now. I just know that my mic is audio, so... Oh boy, okay, so she did delete herself. I had a okay, is there a 5th girl, by the way? Maybe, because, okay, the only reason I asked that, alright. Okay, if you look at their legs, they all have, like, white socks. And even when Mako was here, they had white socks. But when Sayori was the only one, they're like, over her glitch, like, face, there was a very visible leg that ran, like, a couple pixels, or, like, giant pixels, because that's not how many pixels are on the screen. And, it had a very clear, it was more like a stocking instead of a, like, sock. But I digress, we should probably, it's an ordinary day it's an ordinary school day like any other. As usual, I'm surrounded by couples and friend groups walking to school together. I always tell myself it's about time I meet some girls or something like that. Hey, Mr. Crimson. Well, there is already one girl. The girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. We used to walk to school together every day. Recently, we picked up on that habit once again. Mr. Crimson, are you proud of me? For what? You know, waking up on time. Well, you've been doing that for a while now. Uh-huh. But you never even said anything about it. Even though we walk to school together every day. Well, yeah, I always thought it was implied. It's embarrassing to say out loud. Come on, please. It's good motivation. Sorry guys, I have oof, this is rough with the voices. Fine. Oh, sorry. Fine. I'm proud of you, Sayori. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Mr. Crimson, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? Told you already, I'm really not. Started to say what I always do, but I'm not interested in joining any clubs. Something tells me Sayori would take more offense to that now. After all, how could I tell her that clubs are a waste of time when she's starting a club of her very own? Aww. Actually, yeah. I think I've decided on a club. Really? Which one? Tell me. I think I'll keep it a surprise. Boo. You meanie. Be patient, you'll find out soon enough. I used to ask myself why I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl, but I started to realize in a way I envy her. When Sayori puts her mind to something, she can accomplish great things. So that's why I feel like I should do something special for her. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. I pack up my things. I stand up, gathering my motivation. Let's see. I recall the room number of the club from a flyer I saw. I walk across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Before long, I find the room. I timidly open the door in front of me. Hello? Mr. Crimson, what are you doing here? Well, I glance around the room. Huh? So you're the Mr. Crimson that Sayori's been talking about? Sorry, I skipped over that line. Thank you for stopping by. It's a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Crimson. We're at the Larather Club. I hope you enjoy your visit. Come on, Yuri. You don't need to be so formal. I kinda think we're really strict or something. Sorry, Natsuki. Tall one whose name is apparently Yuri seems to be quite shy compared to the others. In comparison, the girl named Natsuki, despite her size, seems like the assertive one. Well, it's nice to meet the both of you. I look forward to working with you. Working? Mr. Crimson, don't tell me. You're... That's right. The club I've decided to join is yours, Sayori. The Literature Club. Sayori's eyes light up. No way! No way! Ah! Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey! Well, if Sayori is this happy, then I'm sure it won't be so bad to have you around. That's like the perfect way she should address us. I hated Natsuki the first time I've ever seen this game played through, because the way she addresses us, at least for the first time, was like, oh my gosh, it was so infuriating. She's just like, ugh, way to kill the atmosphere. Like, fuck you too. But that was a perfect way to address me. Alright. You're able to be skeptical, but yet nice. Not to mention, there's 4 of us now. That means we can become a fifthly recognized club. I don't know what to say. We have to celebrate. Woohoo! Well, probably a day for that, isn't it? Yeah! After all, Natsuki decided to... Hey, don't ruin the surprise. Oh, I got a message. Sorry, I got a message, this person back. Here, I should probably mute my, phone. Alright. surprise. Sorry. Everyone sit down at the table, okay? How about I make them tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room, where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make the ears. So cute! Well, those look amazing. Well, you know, just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs one first, then I follow. It's delicious! Sayori talks with her mouth full and already has managed to get icing on her base. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. Can't help but notice her sneaking a glance in my direction. It's like I'm messaging this person. I know that it's bad etiquette, but you know. Sorry. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Well, of course it is. I'm a pro after all. There's no need to thank me or anything. Natsuki struggles to accept the compliment. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. Keep a whole tea set in the classroom? Don't worry, the teacher gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Already trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I mean that, you know. Very. I'm messaging someone. We're just gonna look at her being timid while I decide to answer this. It's gonna take a second, 1 minute. That should be about it. I meant that, you know, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but at least I enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. So, Mr. Crimson, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? Mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Tsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's head smile. Anyway, how about you, Yuri? Here, let me check Streamlabs. I know we keep taking pauses. Ooh, we had some rough trade. Oh, boy, we had some bad ones. Oh no, I got something on Discord now. Second, let me check my Discord so it doesn't keep flashing in the phone. Look. Alright, sorry. I know I keep doing that with my phone, it's just I need to like get some messages out, you know, I need to chit chat with people. Well, let's see. She traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Don't feel intimidated if you don't read much, okay? Sure, we can find something that we have in common. Hey, Yuri. Hmm? Well, about, you know, the first thing he said. Manga? That's right. I think you tend to read manga in the club room. Don't just say it. For some reason, Natsuki seems embarrassed about it. Besides, manga's literature too, you know. So if Mr. Crimson wants to read some of my manga, then don't try to stop him or anything. Doki, I wouldn't do such a thing. However, it could also be nice for us to diversify ourselves a little. See, this is perfect, because they're in like a this is like a perfect friend relationship now. And they're both like friendly towards each other. Also, it is so weird when I move my fingers. I have like a lot more of a toned like tricep. And so when I move my fingers, I can physically see my like forearm moving, just even without even like moving my forearm. Like, it's weird. You can take this opportunity to try something new as well. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Crimson? Maybe. Sensing the tension, Siri jumps in. Maybe we can all try something new. I think it could be fun. And we'll get to know each other a little bit better too. I mean, that's the kind of thing literature clubs do, right? I don't disagree or anything. Yeah, You're right as usual, President. Hehehe. Guess that means I should try picking up a novel or something, huh? Oh, that would make two of us. Wouldn't mind doing it if I'm not the only one. Then as for Yuri... I have to read manga? Jeez. You're the only one who suggested we diversify. We should be a little more open-minded. Kind of hurtful. Hurtful? I didn't realize. The guilty expression Yuri thinks to herself. I'm sorry for disrespecting your interest, Natsuki. If you're into it, I'm sure it's a worthy form of literature. You just saying that? No. I realize my error. So if you're willing to consider starting a novel, I'll offer my gratitude by finding a manga to read as well. Really? I mean, makes me happy that you do that for me, Yuri. You can trust me to find something you'll really like, okay? Same here. Perhaps I'll visit the bookstore after a club meeting. Just for you? Sorry, just you? Would you like to come along with me? If you don't mind. Not at all. I always go alone, so... Yeah, me too. This is so cute. Sayori, shut up. Okay, calm down. I got another one. Sorry. I know I keep taking pauses. I'm trying to not do that, but it's like, it's hard to write and read at the same time. And think of how the voice is supposed to sound. I'm not so good at Natsuki, especially without my, like, air in my house, and I'm being honest, kinda awkward, because it's just quiet. I'll show you some manga there too, okay? Yes, I'll look forward to it. Natsuki and Yuri start to clean up the food. Guess that means the meeting's over, huh? Yeah, it looks like it. It's nice to see everyone getting along. Isn't it? I think everyone likes you too, Mr. Crimson. You think so? Well, everyone always seems to get along better with you around, Sayori. Aw, Mr. Crimson. Don't say something like that. It's embarrassing. Well, whatever. I was surprised when you told me you were starting a club. I think you're pulling it off just fine. We're gonna make it the best club ever. Now that you joined, every day's gonna be so much fun. Mr. Crimson, I really want to thank you. I mean, I'm really happy that you joined the club and everything. But the truth is, I already knew you were going to. There's actually something else. I wanted to thank you for getting rid of Monica. Oh, that's right. I know everything that she did. It's because I'm president now, but I really know everything, Mr. Crimson. I know how hard you try to make everyone happy. I know about all the awful things that Monica did to make everyone really sad. But none of that matters anymore. It's just us now. And you made me the happiest girl in the whole world. I can't wait to spend every day like this. Forever and ever. Oh. No? Alright, I'm done. Eh? What's happening? I won't let you hurt him. Ooh, it hurts. Ah. Sorry, I was wrong. There's no happiness here after all. Bye, Sayori. Hey, Mr. Crimson. Goodbye, Literature Club. Oh, wow. Yuri and Natsuki are over there crying. They're like, come on now. Gotta at least thank us, too. So she deleted literally everything this time.
Can you hear me? Hi, it's me. So you know how I've been like
We're gonna let it run
practicing
for a sec, but that
piano
should
and
be
stuff?
about the end of the game.
I'm not really any good at it yet, like
What's it
at
called?
all. But I wrote you a song, and I
Yeah,
was
that should be
hoping
about
that
the
I
end
could
of the
show it
game.
to you, cause I
There's a
worked
little bit left,
really,
so we have like
really
another
hard
couple
on it.
minutes, but
So yeah.
yeah. Oh, the feel accomplished. You sat through here. This was a lot of hours.
Does my pen only write bitter
We
words
got
for
that one
those who
really
are dear
early
to
off.
me?
It was kind of awkward. Shouldn't be putting your hands anywhere
Is
near
it
there.
love if I take you, or is it love if I set you free?
I don't believe we got that one, but we got that one on stream.
The ink flows down into a dark puddle. How can
Oh,
I
we got that one on
love
stream. We
you
didn't get it this time
reality?
because we said no to her
If
confession.
I can't hear the sound of your heartbeat, what do you call
We
love in your
obviously got that one.
reality? And in your reality, if I don't know how to love you, I'll leave you be.
Made with Love by Team Salvato. Well, thank you, Salvato. What a lovely game you made. Macy's final goodbye to Literature Club. I finally understand that the Literature Club is truly a place where no happiness can be found. To the very end, it continued to expose innocent minds to a horrific reality. A reality that our world is not designed to comprehend. I can't let any more friends undergo same hellish epiphany. For the time it lasted, I want to thank you for making all dreams come true, for being friend of all club members, and most of all, thank you for being part of Literature Club. With everlasting love, Monica. Script files missing our game. Install game. Well, that is it. We're gonna leave that up there. I'm gonna. Oh, well, if I remember correctly, I'm not able to actually like open the game properly anymore. But boy, we had some problems this stream. It's not gonna be fun. I'm just gonna send it though. And no, I'm not that type of person to say like send it as in like saying, I mean like I'm just gonna upload it. That's what I meant by send it. But yeah, I mean I enjoyed the game. It was a lot more highly quality made this time around. Because last time it was kind of terrible. But all in all, it wasn't bad. Um, I definitely enjoyed it. Thought it was some fun. Definitely fun getting to voice act and not have that big of a problem. This last episode was really the biggest problem, but what can you do? I appreciate all of you who went through it. I know I think at least Delos went through the whole thing. That was pretty nice. Um, but yeah, um, I'm not sure if I'm going to do any more gameplay on computer at least. And if I do, it's gonna be more games in this sort of type. Like I'm not saying like love games or like anime games, just games that like don't require a lot of like anything. Because like that game took a lot on my PC and that wasn't really like anything. So it's probably gonna be that sort of type of game because I mean I can do voices at least. So I don't know. No promises though. I'm not sure. I'm most likely not going to record any more DDLC because I mean it's kind of over. I mean I've done this multiple times on my channel and I don't want to become a DDLC only. Uh yeah, that's about it. If you want, go check out my 2 streams I did earlier. They're not official. Those are just streams I put up there because the Red Dead one my buddies wanted to do with me, and then my buddy wanted to watch me play it, so I just had that one up there. And then another one I had was Rainbow Six Siege. I played that with Delos and Thrash Bandit, so go check them out. They're pretty cool people, non-biased though. What's it called? Yeah, it was some fun. Uh, lots of good times. Not as good as we usually have on Rainbow, but definitely not. So, I'll see you guys all later.